All right, so today I've got another fantastic topic of conversation. But first, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to tell you by telling you what I'm not going to tell you. And what I'm not going to tell you is life is not a race, it's a marathon. And what I'm going to tell you is life is a fucking race and it's not a marathon. Well, I don't know about others, at least for me, the way I see it is life is a race because in my previous videos also, all I talk about is how quickly time passes by without us realizing, right? And I feel like when people say that, oh, life is not a race, it's a marathon, you don't have to rush things, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that. I feel like you have to, and it's just a way to comfort yourself by saying it's a marathon so that you get to take things slowly and you don't have to rush about things and you don't have to stress about anything. But I feel life is a race, and I'll tell you why. So it is definitely a race. You have to do things quickly because time is going to go by like just like that. But what people don't realize is it's a race with yourself. The other participants of the race are versions of you from your past, from your present, from your future. The version of you that doesn't work, the version of you that does work. So it's really a race with you, against you, by you, for you, right? So it's not a race with other people. Now people love saying like, oh, like this person's doing that person's doing this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they're doing. You're not running the race, they are running. They are doing what they're doing under completely different circumstances. You can by no means compare what that person is doing or what this person is doing with what you're doing. Now, maybe that person was born a billionaire and he has all the resources in the world to do what he wants to do, become the greatest painter on earth, and this and that. Or maybe he was born extremely dirt poor and he still struggled and managed to do this and that, right? It doesn't matter what that person is doing and the circumstance that person came from doesn't matter to you because you're running a completely different race. Your goal is completely different, and the quickest way to destroy yourself within a minute is to compare yourself with others. Now, when I say it's a race against yourself, I mean it in such a way that you should like aim to do a little more, be a little better day by day than you were the previous day. Now, I know it's a cliche, it's there in all these Instagram quotes, posts, motivational videos, and all that. But think about it this way, right? Someone very close to me pointed this out to me, and that's when I realized it. So think about it this way: every day, if you were to improve by 1%, just 1% every day, learn maybe a new word, do two more push-ups. The book Atomic Habits speaks about this fantastically, so go and read that if you haven't, right? But if you were to improve yourself by 1% every day, by the end of the year, that's 365% improvement on yourself. Now, the percentage thing doesn't really apply because there's no tangible value to growth as such, right? But if you were to think about it, if you were to get up and think, okay, fine, like keep very measurable, achievable tasks for the day, and before you end the day, before you hit the bed, if you finish that one task, you have improved by 1%. So quit comparing yourself with others, what this guy is doing, what that guy is doing. I myself have found myself to have multiple sleepless nights because I used to compare myself with everyone around me, and I'd feel like absolute shit until I realized I don't have to compare myself with them. They are doing great for the race they are in. I am doing all right for where I am headed. If I'm not doing all right, then it's under my control. I have to make changes to my life if I want to get to where I want to be. But comparing myself with everyone around me, what that guy's doing, what this guy's doing, how much he's earning, how much he's earning, what business they have, what job they've got, what position they are in, all of that does not matter to me. It's not a zero sum game. Life is not a zero sum game. Just because he's winning doesn't mean you will lose. Just because she's winning doesn't mean you will lose. And just because you're winning doesn't mean someone else will lose. So stop feeling bad about yourself or about others and stop comparing yourself with anyone at all. Your sibling, your friend, your neighbor, your brother, your uncle, aunt, grandfather, grandson, doesn't matter. You compare yourself with no one because this is your life, your race, and the only participant here is you.